How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. I am filming my car goal and plans for the IS200 today. I have a list here. I'm going to go through it with you. So, purpose of this video is just to talk about what I'm planning on doing for my car, what my goals are with the car, and just so you can get a bit more of an insight on what you're going to see in the future with my YouTube channel, things like that. So, to start with, I purchased the car back in April of 2021 for $3,000. It had 3 months rego left on it, something like that. So I got it for a really good price. It was priced for $4,500. And got it down a bit because there were a few little issues, like when we got there, when it started up, it didn't start up first go. Rego was coming up and tires needed to be redone shortly after that as well. Like they were starting to bold. So if you don't know, it's a 2002 IS200. Everything's basically completely stock. I got it completely stock. There was nothing done to it. The last owner did have their own, they changed the rear view mirror and put a dash cam out to for the reverse camera, but that was about it. So my idea is basically I want a 5-year gap where I do each year I want to accomplish something different. So with my first year, the plan was to keep it clean, learn about the car, learn about what it likes, what it doesn't like, research different things on what I can do to the car for it to run better, performance, etc. So just getting experience and learning about the vehicle itself. What I did in the first year, so from 2021 till April 2021 to December 2021, I basically tinted every window besides the sunroof and the front windshield, because I have only ever been in cars that have had tint. It's extremely important for me. I feel like it's an extremely important modification. It blocks out a lot of the sun and keeps the inside of the car cooler and allows the aircon to work better, especially on hot days. I hate the heat, I hate the sun, summer, I hate it. So it's good for me. It keeps it nice and cool. I also did the head unit. It's a Sony head unit. I can't remember the specs. It's in the first video that I made, changing the head unit and putting in the subwoofer. Then I also did the subwoofer and the amplifier. That's basically it for changes and modifications from last year. That's basically I wanted to keep it clean up the interior, make it a little bit nicer, It's raining! Give me a second, I gotta put my windows up now. I'm gonna die of not enough oxygen. Nav. So yeah, the first part was just basically cleaning up the interior, wanting to make it a little bit more comfortable to drive. Sat-nav is extremely important because I don't want to use my phone while driving. I never want to get a phone mount or anything. It's unsafe, it's distracting, etc, etc. I love music, so I wanted a subwoofer. It's just, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Okay. Second year, so that's this year, 2022. I have a plan to have it stance and show ready. So what I mean by that is to have the exterior clean and make it all basically, stance. Lower it, put some nice wheels on it, make it sound good, make it look good, basically. It's always been a dream of mine to have a really nice sounding and looking car. The reason I have all these different plans with this car is because this car just has so much potential, and I want to test my limits and learn from this car. That's why when I go through all the plans, there's a lot of different things that I'll be going through, and the reason for that is because I want to learn in this car before I jump into anything more expensive, more fragile, etc. So in the last video you saw I had changed the wheels, so I wanted to do that this year. I've got the exhaust on, which is the high power HKS high power exhaust. Wheels specs are in the last video, and I want to do a body kit this year. Now with the body kit, I'm planning on getting a temporary body kit, so I'm looking at a few different ones at the moment and mix matching the two, because there's not one body kit that I love besides the I think it's the BN kit, which is what I'm planning. That's what I would want, but it's too expensive, and that's like the kit I'm temporarily getting will be my drift kit in the future, so I don't want something too expensive. The reason I want a temporary kit is because I have a kit in mind that's gonna be my ultimate stance carb kit basically, but I'm not going to talk about that because that's a secret. It'll be revealed in the future. Suspension. I want to have bag suspension. That's just my preference. I feel like it's a lot more versatile, it's a lot more expensive, but that's why I'm sort of on the fence. I may get coilovers for the time being. I'll probably get secondhand coilovers too, so I'm not paying full price for something that's going to be temporary. But then again, I'm going to be using those same coilovers for drifting unless I find something better. So that's with suspension. Still on the fence with that, but the car needs to go lower. It 100% does. Now that the wheels are on, it needs to go lower. It just looks really strange. There's about a 3-inch gap in the back and about a 2-inch gap in the front. Looks weird. And then basically get a security system for the car, because once a car looks nice, sounds nice, and you put some money into it, you want to make sure that car is safe from being stolen, broken into, you know, etc. And then at the end of the year, I want to purchase a manual gearbox to do a manual conversion, because my car is currently auto. Then next year, third year, so this is year 3, 2023, it'll be installing the gearbox and possible drift suspension setup. Reason for that is because next year, once the manual conversion is in, I want to practice drifting. So I'm not going to go full out drifting next year. It's just practicing, learning how the car is, learning how the car drives, feeling it out, and then tweaking it from there. I also need to change the rear diff because it's one wheel spinning when doing burnouts. Change that, get rid of that. I do want bucket seats as well. I'm currently looking at the Vivid Racing seats. There's a grey pair that I really like. I'm only going to get the driver's and passenger side seats, so not going to do much about the back. Really just probably going to stay the same. I'm not really going to go into detail about interior wise, like steering wheel and shift knob and all that, because it's really not that big of a deal. I'm talking more like the bigger modifications that I'm wanting to do. Then I want to paint the body, completely change the colour. I won't be talking about what colour yet because one, I'm still on the fence, and it's going to be a separate reveal video for that in the future, as well as that's when I'll have my final body kit on too. So like that final one I was telling you about, yeah, the one I'm keeping a secret, that one. So that'll be hopefully by next year. I'm not saying I'm going to reach all these goals either. It's just an outline for me so I can work towards them the best that I possibly can. Now, 2024. I'm looking to source an engine. I'm undecided. No, I have decided which one I want. I'm not going to tell you, though, which one I'm going to get. So it's obviously... I'm pretty excited about it because it'll be either a 1 or 2J. So I'm just putting it out there. It'll be a 1 or 2J. And when I source the engine and when I get the engine and when I install it and all that, I will then tell you which one it is. It's not going to be... I just want to keep things a little bit secret, you know. I like to surprise people. Then I'll basically be practicing drifting a lot more, trying to get into the hang of it. Once I've installed the engine, I need to see how that engine works with drifting, and, you know, get used to that type of thing. I want to still kind of keep it clean within the 4th year, you know, with the body kit, the new engine, gearbox, all that. Try and drag it out for as long as possible, because I want to endure that as much as I can before I basically tear apart the whole car. So yeah, that's 2024. So that's basically just engine and drifting more. I want that whole year based on the engine, because that's obviously going to be the most expensive thing I'm ever going to be doing with this car. Then 5th year, which is 2025, will be full drift car. So keep the same engine, gearbox, suspension will basically already be done, because I did that in the 3rd and 4th year. And just going out and having fun. I won't be doing any like competitions. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to become a drifter. I just want to have fun, take the car out every weekend, every second weekend, go to different car events, things like that, and just enjoy it. That's all I want to do, is just enjoy my car and just have fun. I also, in the 5th year, want to have a second car by that point in order to mix between the two. So this car will be full drift spec at that point, and I would like to have a second car as like either a daily or just that fun everyday sort of car. And yeah, that's basically my plan. So it's between 5 years. It'll go from learning, which was last year, stance, manual conversion, practicing drifting, engine conversion, drift car. Yeah, so I think it's pretty straightforward in the sense of like visualizing it all, but I'm gonna have a lot of fun and spend a lot of money on doing up this car, but I'm so excited to do it. That's my whole journey. My whole dream was to get my own car and start having fun in it. I've been going to car shows ever since I was a little girl, so I'm so excited to actually finally be that person that those little girls are watching, you know, that I looked up to. So yeah, that's really it. Thank you for watching. I hope you're excited. If you have any questions or any recommendations, I'd love to know. You can message me on my personal Instagram, my car Instagram, or you can leave a comment down below. No matter what, I'll respond to you. No hate, don't want it, don't care for it. And yeah, see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.